The women's movement in Myanmar is alive and growing stronger every day. Over the past few years, local groups of women all over the country have grown in numbers to close to 200 as of January 2018. They have been learning how to make change by working together. Their goal is to achieve gender equality at home as well as in society.
My name is Dr. Tasutri. I'm a medical doctor and my background is a family physician.
Some groups are led by women thought leaders from well-established national networks and organizations working on policies and laws affecting women. But most are the efforts of local women's groups, society's unrecognized and unrewarded backbone. They worked on issues affecting women negatively that need to be changed. They contribute to community groups. They interact with local authorities to seek new approaches to change.
And the team building extends not just internally in terms of our alumni and our organization, but also externally in terms of trying to build solidarity with other women's organizations and movements, trying to work with other groups to see if we can help them grow as well as ourselves.
This film tells the story of one of the multiple ways local women have created to benefit themselves, their families, and their society over the past 10 years. How did this story evolve? Starting under the restraints of the military dictatorship still in power in 2008, it has taken time. A few women started a women's studies group which then conducted a survey on Yangon women's sexual knowledge in 2011.
Never had such experience to develop the questionnaire by ourselves. We haven't known that before that. It was done by the researcher, the most experienced person. But it's not like that. It can done by us. We can develop the questionnaire together. We all discuss how we will approach, how we will do together. So I really, how can I say that? I learned a lot by working together.
The long-time existence of gross sexual harassment on the crowded city buses was documented in the survey. This documentation sparked a public action campaign led by women to try to stop it. The 50 years military dictatorship had barely ended. In response to public protest was still unknown. The Whistle for Health campaign in 2012 attracted over 250 young women and men as volunteers to distribute whistles and flyers at city bus stops. This campaign was bold and exciting. It opened a whole new approach to women changing things while introducing action on a totally taboo subject. Although short-lived in practice, the Whistle campaign brought sexual harassment into the public consciousness. To the surprise and congratulations of many, some women's groups at the local level figure out a creative approach to use the human body as a learning space to achieve gender equity. Under women's leadership, some women's and men's groups deeply study human sexuality in order to know and value their bodies, emotions, brains, and general well-being.
Found out in a women learning group is there are a lot of myths about the menstrual blood. They think that the menstrual blood is very dirty, and because of the menstrual blood, women feel always inferior to men.
For women, this activity results in gaining specific self-knowledge and building self-confidence for the long term. Men work to develop self-respect while simultaneously accepting and respecting women's leadership. Women's and men's groups together contribute to the journey they call From Erogenous Zones to Gender Equity.
We are
2013 saw the introduction of the 1 Billion Rising campaign in Myanmar. A young woman's pop singing group recorded the song being translated and sung around the world on February 14. Hundreds of young women and men staged street dancing to bring a positive message about actions to break the chains of violence against women and children. However, women believe that current pervasive violence against women and children requires an immediate response. Together with the study of sexuality, a special women's self-defense curriculum which is fun to play has been welcomed by women of all ages. They learn and practice moves which they use to protect their own bodies and those of their children.
We had such experience of giving sexuality to women and men, and then self-defense to women. It was so comprehensive training when we joined these things.
Within days of this dual learning, women can build physical, emotional, and mental strength, all solid foundation of self-confidence. From this training, experience has shown that women gain knowledge of themselves and do not allow others to push them around physically, emotionally, sexually, psychologically, legally. Women learn to stand proud and to know why. 2 women-owned businesses were started to provide this training to organizations of all kinds, NGOs, businesses, social and religious groups.
Also working closely with other different civil society networks.
I hope to get more campaigns throughout the 2018 and the years ahead.
Yes, around 250 who have completed the full course. The survey that we had, the form and survey that we had put out, we have about 250 respondents so far. We found that over 70% of the women who have responded to the survey have experienced harassment of some kind or another. In 2018, the course is going to be 5 days, that's 15 hours instead of 12.
In 2016, a local women's NGO that works with groups all over the country developed an edutainment project to move beyond women's group to build public awareness about the many forms of violence against women, now called the Women's Desire Campaign. These public awareness actions include information about women's health, sexuality, and self-defense. It has already been seen by over 2,000 community people as part of 16 days of activism.
Now you may repeatedly heard that from the men perspective and also from the policymaker that women participations in decision making level.
Yes.
So whenever we talk about that issue,
Yes.
especially men and some women said that, we don't discriminate any women.
Yes.
No? They are very open
Yes.
to the decision maker level if they are qualified.
Yes.
So we want to challenge what is the meaning of qualified.
And also, what about thinking of some spaces that women can come together and learn all the things that they want to know.
One of my dreams that, as you mentioned, that open spaces.
Yes.
Open spaces is really need for us because we all are close, and the political, military regime system.
Yes.
We are close.
Yes.
And it is a time to open.
Yes.
So not only open in a political situation,
Yes.
but also open our eyes and ideas.
Yes.
That's why open space is really good.
Yes.
We were open to every
Yes.
woman, not only women but also men and also adolescents,
Yes.
girls and boys, whoever.
To include that adolescents, girls and boys as well is very good idea, for that open spaces. Is very new one, to build our nation, They will be leaders of our countries. Open spaces like the free speech discussion and the sexuality trainings, and also like, the political engagement and all knowledge things to those young community, society is also very critical to the nation building. So like that.